Hello, welcome back to the Sub 5 series, where you are going to discover the top 2025 running shoes and gear from the running event 2024 in Austin. I'm your host, Marni Salup. Let's do this.
Guys, we are here at the Brooks booth at the running event with Sylvia Baeyens, and we are going to dial into everything that's happening for 2025 with Brooks from the source.
Yes.
Take it away.
So we'll start with dynamic cushion, which is our traditional cushion category. The big update for the spring are updates to the Glycerin 22.
Okay.
So we just we just came out with the Glycerin Max, our new Max cushion stack shoe this past fall, super well received. And with the Glycerin Max, we introed our brand new foam technology of DNA tuned.
Okay.
Are you familiar with DNA tuned a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
So it's combining two different cell sizes, small cells, which are very responsive, allow a lot of pop, especially at toe off, and big cells, which are very cushioned.
Okay.
And you're able to combine those in one cohesive midsole without the need for glue. So it's not two separate stacks, it's really in one midsole.
Okay.
So we brought that in with the Glycerin Max, and now on 2-1, we're coming out with the Glycerin 22 with DNA tuned. So big update here is that new foam.
Okay, so you're updating the Glycerin, the typical Glycerin.
Yes, the core Glycerin.
Because you've had success with the Glycerin Max with a similar sole. Got it.
Exactly.
Copy that.
So it's coming out in the core Glycerin, which
Yeah.
is neutral, the Glycerin GTS, which has those additional guide rails for support,
So it's more of a support shoe. Got it.
and a different upper materialization in the Glycerin Stealth Fit.
Okay, got it. Those are great. So that's all the Glycerin. Is that what kind of ride does the Glycerin give you? I don't
So
usually run in Glycerins.
We consider the Glycerin to be our most luxurious product line.
Okay.
So really soft, plush, premium, both underfoot and on the upper. So it feels really soft when you put it on. Underfoot, it should feel really responsive but soft.
Okay.
The difference between the Glycerin Max and the core Glycerin, the Glycerin Max is a little bit higher, it has that higher stack height, and it has a rocker. It has our glide roll rocker for an assisted transition.
Yeah.
So for those runners that are looking for a bit more of an approachable stack height and less of a rocker, you have to put more work in as you run, the Glycerin's a really great choice.
Okay, awesome.
Staying in the Ghost family, this August we'll come out with the Ghost Max 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So another Ghost Max. Same toolbox as the Ghost Max 2, so no change in stack height, no change in foam, just a different visual expression.
Okay.
So really optimizing how we use those different tools to give you a different experience, a better experience every single year with these updates.
I love it. So far, those shoes are amazing. I walk around New York City in them all the time. I don't run in them, but
perfect for walking.
Yeah, they're great. They're a great running shoe too. But I'm just like.
Similar with the distinction between Glycerin Max and Glycerin, the Ghost Max just has that added stack height, that glide roll rocker, a wider base of support for inherent stability.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the Ghost Max 2 for a second.
Okay.
We have some new upper materialization, so we're coming out with a suede and with a leather.
Oh, that's so nice.
So for your walks in New York, this will be perfect.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
I love it. That's really fancy. It's like taking it out of the running and into the
we know that
on the move.
So many people are purchasing the shoe for like their daily walking and they just want something that's a bit more wearable.
Yeah, I love it.
Bit more lifestyle. So
nice.
That's why
good
we're bringing
move.
these materializations in. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Adrenaline. Talk to me about the adrenaline.
Adrenaline. 2025 is the silver anniversary of the Adrenaline. So this is the Adrenaline 25. 25 years of our best go-to support. Similar to the Ghost, this is going up 3 millimeters in the forefoot, 1 millimeter in the heel. So going down to a 10 millimeter offset for similar reasons that we did in the Ghost, just providing more cushion in the forefoot.
What is?
This weighs 10.5 ounces.
Okay.
So.
Got it. Awesome. So is it? What is the Ghost weigh typically? I feel like it's the same.
Slightly less because it doesn't have those guide rails. So this is 10.5 and the Ghost is 10.1.
Okay, so this is also more of like a support shoe as well?
Yes.
Okay, got
so
it.
it has those guide rails on the lateral and the medial side. A big update to the guide rails this year is the guide rails are the same in that it's a firmer piece on the medial and lateral side. But as you can see, it's now co-molded into the foam.
Got it.
So if you compare that, the Glycerin GTS, for the Glycerin GTS, you can see it's a separate piece that we have to add glue to. For the Adrenaline, we're able to do it directly into the foam now without the need for an additional bonding agent.
Awesome.
So that should make this slightly lighter.
Okay.
The transition will be better, the ride will be better. Of all the adrenalines we've ever tested in our lab with wear testers, this has gotten the best scores ever across the board for every single metric.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
fit, feel, ride, aesthetics,
And when
everything.
does this come out?
This is 11/1.
Okay.
So this is a later release.
Okay.
You can expect it in about a year from now.
When do the other ones come out? Do they?
The Ghost is 5/1,
Okay.
and the Ghost Max 3 is 8/1.
Okay. So like spring,
So-
summer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then
Got
this is really late fall.
Okay. Cool.
So the big update for this spring, coming out 2/1, so in a few short months,
Okay.
is the Hyperion Elite 4 PB. So we released the Hyperion Elite 4 July of this year.
Okay, and just for the record, a lot of athletes ran in these in the New York City Marathon, and
Absolutely.
I interviewed them and they talked about it, and now we're here talking about it. It's
Yes.
official. We can talk
Yep.
about it.
Yep, this has been on our athletes' feet for like over a year now. We've been
Yeah.
kind of hiding it in
They
the back
love 'em.
room, waiting until we could release it to like the mass market.
Yeah.
And we're so happy that it's finally here. So in the Hyperion Elite 4 PB, we're introing our brand new 100% PIBA nitrogen infused DNA gold foam.
And this is seriously a race shoe. Like, there's not even an upper on here. It's
Yep.
so thin.
So it's the same upper as the Hyperion Elite 4 that was
Okay.
released in July, which in my opinion is the best fitting and best upper of any marathon shoe on the market.
Okay.
We've gotten nothing but glowing reviews when it comes to the upper.
Okay.
We're just adding that new foam, that PIBA foam into this midsole for additional responsiveness. It's bringing it down in weight. It's making it more responsive, giving you better energy return. We're really excited about what this is going to do.
So what's
on
the
race day.
stack and what's the weight?
So total stack height for this is 40 millimeters in the heel.
Okay.
So we really go right up to what that world athletic
legal,
standard is.
yeah, legal
No
standard.
more, no less. And the weight is, I should know this.
See how fast I grabbed the shoe from her? Oh, look, it's my size. Just
The
kidding.
weight is 7.2.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's half
That's
an ounce
awesome.
lighter than
That's
the
awesome.
HE4.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so and these are out when? You might have already said.
2-1.
Okay, February.
Yep. So
Awesome.
perfect for all your early spring racing
Yeah.
through the summer.
Boston.
Yep.
I'm
Perfect
not
for
running
Boston.
Boston, I'm
I wore a prototype of this in Boston last year.
Okay.
So I can
So
attest to
do you do a lot of marathons?
that. Kind of, not as frequently as I would like.
How many have you done?
4 now? 4 or
Okay.
5? Yeah.
That's good. That's a lot.
Yeah. Like 1 every year, every other year.
I've done one.
Okay.
I've done like 20 halves.
Yeah. I really
At
like
least
halves.
20.
I think I'm doing 2 halves this spring.
Nice.
Because-
Which ones?
Vancouver,
Okay.
and then one in Seattle, Lake Sammamish.
Nice.
Yeah. So we spent a really long time developing that DNA gold foam, that 100% PIBA foam, and we really wanted to do it right. We wanted to make sure that when we brought it to market, it was ready for mass manufacturing, that we'd done all of our tests, all the bells and whistles were in it, and so we're so excited to bring that into a daily trainer just a few months later. So 7/1 of this year, we're introing the Hyperion Max 3 with a top stack of DNA gold.
So that's a daily trainer.
It was developed for 360 days of the year.
Okay.
With 5 days of the year, 6 days of the year, you're reaching for that marathon shoe.
Okay.
We do test this with our sub-elite wear testers, our slightly faster, more marathon-minded wear testers. And overwhelmingly, we ask them all, do you think this is a marathon racing shoe or do you think this is a tempo training shoe? And overwhelmingly, they said this is a tempo shoe.
Okay. But
So
like
not
for
a daily
me,
trainer, a tempo shoe.
Like I'm a 4.5 hour probably marathon. For me, I've done a few half marathons in this and I love it.
Yeah.
Super snappy, very fast.
And we think this update is going to make it even better. So yes, for
Yeah.
the general public, this
Yeah.
can be a great marathon shoe.
It could be, yeah.
If you want that tons of stack underneath your
Yeah.
foot, you want that responsiveness, you want that plate, but you don't want kind of the lightweight bare minimum of a marathon racing
do you
shoe.
feel like, and I've kind of said this before, but do you agree with me that like if you're a ghost runner and you want to get into another Brooks shoe that's faster, that might be a good one to get into?
Absolutely. I think that's a great compliment to like a more of a cushion daily trainer. I'm an
Yeah.
adrenaline runner.
Okay.
And the Hyperion Max is the second shoe I pull for.
Okay.
So for tempo runs, for faster runs, it's always in the Hyperion Max. Everything else, the big update here is 8 millimeters of additional foam.
Okay.
So a lot more stack height. This is up to 4640.
Okay.
So this solidly cements it in that super trainer category. It is World Athletics illegal. But for most people, that doesn't really matter. So
Right.
you can still wear it in a marathon if you so choose.
And so what's the drop?
This is a 6 millimeter
Okay,
drop.
good.
Yep.
And then you have a cutaway in
Yes. So there is a plate in this.
Yeah.
It's fiberglass and nylon, so a little bit more flexible than your traditional carbon plate, but still provides that responsiveness. And it does have quite an aggressive cutout through the midfoot.
Yeah.
But this plate actually acts as like a stabilizing agent.
Okay.
It makes it so that you're not going to crash through that cutout.
Awesome.
So it's still great for going the distance, going the full 26 miles if you so choose. And so only the top stack is DNA gold. There's also a bottom stack of Flash V2 of nitrogen injected flash. That's going to prolong the durability of this shoe.
Okay.
And it's going to make it a little bit better for like those daily miles, those longer miles, or for a slower marathon.
Yeah, and so talk to me a little bit about the upper, because it looks like it's a gusseted tongue.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's an integrated
this is very
tongue.
thin over there, so yeah.
So it's definitely more of an aggressive upper than where we've been with the Hyperion Max 2. We definitely pulled some inspiration from the Hyperion Elite in terms of making it breathable, making it very lightweight.
Right.
But there is still lots of inherent durability in here, lots of inherent structure. It's a beautiful upper.
It's beautiful.
The colorways are gorgeous.
I was just going to ask you, is this like the colorway? Like,
this is going to be, the hero colorway.
I
think that kind of ties into the HE4PB colorway.
Yeah.
But yes, an integrated gusseted tongue, kind of reducing some additional weight there.
Awesome. Thanks.
So final shoe in this Hyperion family is our Hyperion 3. This is your daily trainer, very approachable. It's at $140. This is also coming out 7/1 the same day as the Hyperion Max 3.
Awesome.
This is going up 4 millimeters in stack height, so we constantly kind of push the stack height of this product. 2 millimeters of that is additional foam. This is still the nitrogen injected flash foam that was in the previous version, but we've also added 2 millimeters to the sock liner.
Okay.
So that's going to make your step-in feel, just overall comfort when you put on this shoe, that much softer, that much more plush underfoot, while still adding a bit more foam to add to that responsiveness, that really fun and poppy ride.
What's the stack height again?
This is...
This looks like a more minimal shoe for Brooks. Like,
yes.
This is definitely like thinner, more of a feel the road type shoe.
Yes, the total stack, or the midsole stack height for this is 28.20.
Okay, yeah, totally.
And the total stack is 37.5, 29.5.
Okay, yeah, cool, awesome.
Definitely more of like a minimal profile compared to some other speed shoes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of in line with where we are with the Ghost and the Adrenaline. So for a daily trainer, for recovery runs, for something you just need to throw in your bag to do everything, your tempo and your long run and your recovery run on a trip, it's a great shoe.
It looks great, and it's really soft, but you have the thin heel counter to like slide your foot in.
Yeah, we've definitely kind of borrowed from some of the other responsive cushion design language when it comes to the upper of this. Lots of breathability, very lightweight, but still approachable, still wearable, still very comfortable.
Awesome.
So in the spring, we have 2 new trail shoes. We have the Caldera 8.
Okay.
This is kind of for ultra trail. It has our highest stack of any of the trail shoes. This is carryover tooling, so it's just an upper update. So runners that love the Caldera 7 will love the Caldera 8.
Okay, cool.
The Catamount 4 is more of our speed trail shoe. So for those faster races, maybe shorter distances, it's really aggressive, it's very lightweight, it's a little bit lower profile, perfect for speed trail. This is a brand new update for the 4. We've kind of reinvented the whole midsole. It does come with a plate, the Skyvault plate. Kind of works similar to how a carbon plate might work in a marathon shoe, just slightly different for trail because you need more sure-footedness, you need more traction. The outsole is designed for that additional traction. So all these trail shoes come with our Trail Tack Green, which was developed for the trail to make it as sticky, give you as much traction as possible.
Are they all the same height, or some have thicker?
Some have thicker lugs. I believe these 2 have 4 millimeter lugs, and this one might have slightly less.
Awesome.
I have to double check on that.
And trail shoes probably way more, right? Like that's
a little bit, the rubber does add some
to
weight.
kind of like pin you down.
We're constantly working on innovating the uppers of these trail shoes to reduce weight while keeping it very protective. Obviously, durability and protection is a major concern on the trails. So there's some TPU overlays to protect against rocks, protect against mud, any obstacles you might find on the trail, but the meshes on these products are very soft and very durable.
Awesome.
So the Cascadia 19 is perfect for any trail, any distance. It's really that great in-between, all-around, really great trail shoe.
Awesome.
So we've added 4 millimeters to the forefoot in this update, 2 millimeters to the heel. So it's going down to a 6 millimeter drop, I believe.
Yeah.
And we've reinvented our Trail Adapt system. The Trail Adapt system is a rock shield plate.
Wow.
So protecting against rocks underfoot. We've been able to co-mold that in the foam.
So if someone is interested in trail running, like I definitely think Brooks is the shoe to go to because it looks like you have such a good versatile mix.
Yes.
Especially if you're coming over from road running.
Absolutely. And one great thing about this update is we actually changed the last. The previous Cascadia had some fit issues, especially in the forefoot. So we've gone to a Ghost last. So you can expect a similar fit to the Ghost, just a slightly different offset. This is 6 millimeters compared to the Ghost 10 millimeters.
Got it.
Still a trail shoe, still designed and developed for the trail with trail runners in mind, but a slightly more accommodating fit this edition.
That's cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.